Today is December 11th, 2021, and today I turned 22.
It is December 11th, 2022, and today I turn 23.
On YouTube, I currently have 12,549 subscribers.
At this exact moment, I currently have 13,870 subscribers on YouTube.
I mean, this time last year, I'm pretty certain that I was using like the 77D. However, this year, things have upgraded just a little bit. Canon R6, everybody! Woo!
Approximately 2 weeks ago, I sold all of my Canon EF and EFS glass and cameras. Right now, I am only using the Canon R6 along with RF lenses. What you're seeing right now is filmed with the Canon RF 50mm f1.8 and the Rode NTG4+. For my vlogs, I use a Canon R6 with a 15 to 35mm f2.8 along with the Rode VideoMic NTG.
The one thing that I'm saving all of my money towards right now is the Canon RF 15 to 35 f2.8 lens. I really desperately want that lens. I'm hungry for it.
The piece of technology that I'm craving for as of this moment right here and right now is the Sennheiser MKH50, which is a condenser shotgun microphone. Basically a better version of the microphone that I'm using right now in this sort of scenario, hence why I crave that item. Yeah.
Put some time and effort into making a good quality banner. Think about your profile picture. Think about how your thumbnails reflect the video. Even if you're making videos as quickly as possible, always make sure that you just run it through an editor. Just watch it a couple of times and remove the parts that you think are cringe or boring and all the ums and ahs. Quality is so much more important than quantity because it's all about creating a portfolio. In 10 years' time, what you create today, will it be watchable? Who knows?
As someone who started out in the gaming space and then saw huge success in the vlogging space, and now making short form cinematic content which is educational, I've experienced many different shifts in the platform, but also in my workflow and in my real life because of the drastic changes that I've had to make sure the content comes first. And by no means should content be your priority. Always put yourself first. It's so easy to see a skyrocket in numbers and to be on this throne in the clouds, but sometimes when those numbers start to drop, the emotion, the burnout, the sadness that comes and follows, it's devastating. And for me, over the past year, that's something that I felt so close to the heart. When I first started this channel, I didn't care about the numbers, but now my life has shifted in such a way that the amount of views, the amount of ad revenue, these factors matter. And of course, it's so easy to say that I don't make content for the financial gain. I don't. But when you're in a position where you're making an income from a platform that shines you above anything else in your life, it's so easy to get hooked and so easy to get dragged into the grind and for your life to become consumed with the content that you produce. So remember to take a step back and see the big picture and consume the whole perspective.
However, the place that does come to mind when I think about new locations is Fort Victoria. It's like this fort on the Isle of Wight, and I went there during the summer with a couple of buddies, and, well, you can go onto the roof of this fort, and the view, oh my gosh, it was spectacular.
One of the new places that I visited this year was Glasgow. I've been to Scotland, I've even been to Aberdeen, but I had never gone to Glasgow before. But this year, I went to Glasgow, I was invited by the BBC to partake in a TV show for BBC One, and I tell you what, I was sold when they said Glasgow. That being said, I didn't really see the nitty-gritty parts of it, but for what I did see, I was absolutely blown away.
My biggest achievement this year was to have one of my films premiering at Reading Pride's 𝗬𝗬𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀
that I finally, after 3 years, put on a Pride event. From a weird idea that I had in 2019 to actually having a charity and an event in a physical location with people there, that was outstanding to me. I know that many of you peeps came along and it was incredible meeting so many of you, But oh my gosh, did I actually ever think that I, as a 19-year-old, could actually put on an event? I had my doubts.
Honestly, no. I'm not happy with where I am in life. And of course, it's so easy to make a video that lasts barely 2 minutes on YouTube every week, and it's so easy to just put on a fake smile. Right now, where I am in life, maybe this is a part of me just wanting to expand and, you know, finally leave the nest. I don't know what I want next, and I've been seeing therapists most of my life, but this year I've been seeing a private therapist, and there's something that I'm working on. It's something that I'm trying to figure out at my own time and my own speed, and my life is so fast, and I've always wanted it to just slow down just a little bit.
Similarly to last year and yesteryear, my response still remains no. No, I am not necessarily happy. I think the majority of people have this dream, this end goal in mind, and I have one too. But for me, every year, this end goal changes, and every year I change myself to try and make it so I achieve this end goal, and it's something that I don't think I'll ever necessarily achieve. Now, I know that sounds depressing, even for me to say that I'm never gonna reach my final destination, but I do believe that's good. I think it's a good idea that you're always chasing something down. May it be getting your own place or a promotion at your job. There's always going to be an end goal that changes and develops as you get closer to reaching that original goal. However, this end game that I want to have in my palms isn't something that is completely out of my reach. But it's all about trying to get to the destination and making the journey the best that it possibly can be. Yes, I have a great group of friends around me. Yes, I am fulfilled in my career, but I'm not quite satisfied with where I currently am.
The thing that I've been thinking about the most this year has been, what is next? Where do I want to be? Who am I, and what am I going to do in the future?
The main thing my focus has been paying attention to this year is my next chapter. What is next? I mean, I moved out of my parents' place, but this isn't the end of the chapter. There's another paragraph before we begin the next chapter, and I tell you what, I have no clue what's to come. Not a Scooby-Doo. I mean, there will be cameras, there'll be serials. That's all I've got. That's all I got. But who knows? Who knows? Maybe I'll be here for another year. Maybe I'll be here for another 2 weeks. I don't know.
I think this year the life lesson that I learned was to be truthful, to be honest about how I feel. So many times have I just said yes and agreed and kind of just played a backbone and not really been the main force. And I think, you know, I learned the hard way, but in result of that, I'm more fulfilled in life. And I think I just wish that I had been more honest and upfront to those around me at the very start.
As much as this sounds cliche, I think the life lesson that I came to learn this year is not to take anything for granted. Everything can go in a click of a finger, and I think for me that really sums up this year. I mean, this time last year, I didn't think that I would be living in my own place, but here we are. Careers can shift, and so can friendships. And things can change overnight without even having anything to do with you. And as much as you stay where you are, the world still shifts around you, and things still change. And that's just the way that it is. But hey, I'm still here, and I am still pushing on.
The way I see it, if you want the rainbow, you've got to put up with the rain. And now, it's the time in my life where it's never resonated more. It's such a good summary of this year.
The quote that really sums up this year is a quote by Albert Einstein. A happy life, tie it to a goal, not to people or things. And this quote for me completely encapsulates this past year. I don't take anything for granted, and my life is so laser focused on the next chapter and wanting to achieve true happiness. I know what I've got to do. I know what I want, and I know what I need to do to achieve that. Last year, right now, right here, I am so content that there's a light at the end of the tunnel.